Hi there, welcome back. Today we've got something completely different. This is actually going to be a review. Now, let me just fill you in here. I was contacted by this company, it's called Arylic, and they saw my videos. I think the ones they were more interested in were the ones where I converted or adapted tube radios to work with a Bluetooth module, and I guess they thought this would be an interesting experiment for me. I was asked if I was interested in receiving a few of their units to do a review on. I made it clear that my opinion would be my opinion, whether it was good or bad. They agreed, and so they sent me this. And they sent me something else as well, which we'll look at in the very near future. Now this one here has actually got an amplifier built in. It's a self-standing unit. But for now, this is what I'm talking about. This is a streaming receiver board which receives audio from Bluetooth through the Wi-Fi connection, its AirPlay, etc., etc., etc. And the result is that it produces audio line out. It also produces in digital format, so it can be used to connect digitally to an amplifier board. But the use that I'm going to give it is going to be as a line out signal. So effectively, this is going to replace quite well, I hope, my Bluetooth receivers that I use on the tube radios. So let's open this up and see what they've got. So what do we got here? We've got a cable, we've got the module, and we've got an instructional manual. That's good. What do we have here? It says connectivity via Wi-Fi, Ethernet, Bluetooth, or USB. Bluetooth distance 30 meters, frequency 20K. Input power will be 5 volts, 1 amp. You've got an analog output and a digital I2S output. I'm going to be using the 3.5 millimeter analog out. Signal to noise ratio 91 dBs, THD 0.03, and then all the usual music formats, decoding protocols, dimensions, etc. Okay, what do we have here? Now this thing works. These all work with an app. It's a free app that's supplied on the App Store. It's called HowTo, and you can get it for iOS and on Google Play for Android. And what you do is you configure this as one point. In other words, you give it a name. For example, if I have this thing in the lounge connected to my amplifier, I'll call it lounge. And then I can stream whatever music I want to play, whether it comes from my phone itself, my music library, or from Spotify or any of the other streaming services, online services, and I can send it to the lounge. I can also control volume and so on from the device, from the app itself. So it sounds pretty interesting. Yeah, it sounds pretty interesting. Okay. So they tell you to get the app, and then they explain how to configure it, and we'll go through that in a second. You can also connect it via your LAN, your network. So you power on a device and you connect your Ethernet cable in there. That'll be to the Ethernet connector. Let's take this out. Okay. So you connect your Ethernet cable on there, and I presume it then gets configured as a network device. You still use the app, yeah, okay. So the only difference now is if it's connected straight to your LAN, you're not doing the Wi-Fi business to send the signal to your device. All right. Then you got so you pair the Bluetooth, open HowTo app, choose Bluetooth mode to activate Bluetooth, etc., etc., etc. All right, so far so good. What do we have here? Okay, it just tells you what you've got. You've got external LED keys, so that you can put external controls on here. On the right, number 3 is, you got a LED here. That LED, if it's white, it means it's connected to Wi-Fi. Blue, it's Bluetooth. USB would be red and line in would be green. You can use the line in input here as well. You can use USB input as well for put in a pen with a memory stick with music on it if you like. There's a Bluetooth antenna. That one there, I believe. And there's a Wi-Fi antenna. So that's your Wi-Fi module over there. And your power supply goes on here, 5 volts, 1 amp. Micro USB, I presume you can power it via USB as well. Line in is this one here. Yeah, that's line in. Wi-Fi reset switch over there. And you've got USB, okay, line out. Where's line out? 8 is line out. There's your line out. So I'm going to be using the line out to feed one input of my amplifier, my power amplifier, to do a test on this. Now, this first one is just the receiver board. I want to show you how to set it up. In fact, I'm going to set it up from scratch now to see how easy or not it is. And then in a future video, I'll be using this guy and the other one. I received 2 of these. That's the one with the power amp, and that's to get some, make some wireless speakers and try some of the multi-room function, because this does work well. It's supposed to work well as a multi-room streaming system. Okay, let me get the app tested, see how this works. Now I've got my device connected to the auxiliary in of the amplifier. So this is line out coming out here. I'm going to plug it in using USB. And we've got some flashing going on. It's rebooting.
Connected to your Wi-Fi network.
And it's now connected to the Wi-Fi network, but what it's done is it's created an access point, and I now need to connect my phone to that access point. Okay, so the first thing we've got to do is get the app. So go to the App Store, and we're going to search for 4Stream. And download it. And we'll open it. Add device. I need to connect this to the sound system Wi-Fi. So let's look for Wi-Fi. Connect to OPTA-stream.
You are now connected to your speaker. Follow the instructions in the app to finish the setup.
Okay, add device. Why is it doing that? Found. Now I need to connect it to my Wi-Fi system. And if you'll excuse me, I'll enter the password.
Waiting for Wi-Fi connection. Incorrect Wi-Fi password. Please cancel the setup in the app and try again.
Bloody hell. Okay, let's try again. So I've got to set it up, connected to the sound system access point. There we go, OPTA-stream.
You are now connected to your speaker. Follow the instructions in the app to finish the setup.
Okay, let's try it. I got to enter my password again. Okay, continue.
Waiting for Wi-Fi connection. Connected to your Wi-Fi network.
Okay, we're connected to the Wi-Fi network. Continue. And it's actually, yeah, living room. Okay. It's set up as living room. Now, what can I do here? It's labeled living room, which is what this is. I'll leave it as that. I've got settings here. I can rename it to all sorts of stuff. That's fine. Speaker info, well, not important. EQ, I can actually change the EQ for that particular set or that particular device. Preset content, sleep timer, okay, that's all fine and good. Change the volume. I can play left, right channel, stereo, and that's what I want. Okay, so now I should be able to just play. Now what am I playing? Okay, so if I go to my music, I've got let's go on my phone, I've got a playlist called Royalty Free, just so we don't piss off anybody. Let's play. Ha! That sounds amazing. That sounds bloody amazing. Okay, the other thing I can do, of course, if I don't want to use this on the Wi-Fi network, because at the moment it's using the Wi-Fi network, so anywhere in the house where I can get Wi-Fi on my device, I can stream it to my speakers, in this case in the living room. Okay? Now, the other thing I can do is I can actually come down here and ask it to receive Bluetooth, in which case I can now pair my device via Bluetooth to that streamer and use Bluetooth exactly the same way as I've done with the previous devices. But no, I don't want that. I like this too much. I really do. And of course, we've got to stay with royalty free or we get copyright strikes. Now, one more thing I can do. I can actually use this thing connected directly to my network with a LAN cable, which means I don't have to do any of the pairing. I can use a memory stick, a pen with music on it, with music files on it. I can actually connect a line in, and in the case of line in, if you see at the bottom here, there's that selection. So I can use all sorts of devices on this, and what happens is, depending on what I use, for example, with line in, I get a green flashing button. With Bluetooth, I get the blue flashing button. And if I use the Wi-Fi, I get the white light. So there we go. Nice little device. Really nice. Much better than the Bluetooth boards that I've been using to add Bluetooth receptivity to the tube radios that I restore. I believe I'll probably be using these in the future. And I'm really glad that that this thing is as good as it is, because now I can say nice things about it. And as it was a gift, it's always nice to say nice things about gifts. It's rather rude when you badmouth something that somebody offered you, but in this sort of situation you have to be honest, and I am being as honest as I can be. This is the sort of device that I actually am going to use and would buy myself. So, thanks for watching. I'll be coming back with another video on the other module, which has a built-in power amp, a 50 watt per channel Class D power amp, stereo of course. So until then, thanks for watching. Bye for now.